Mr. Badger Talks to Utter Scum, live. September 24th, 7:30 p.m. at Fat Theo Comedy Club, Redditch, B980 EP tickets available via Joke Pit.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Badger Talks to Utter Scum. I'm here with a very close friend of mine today, the lovely Mr. Robert Mulholland.
Hello, I resent the allegation that we're close friends, Mr. Badger.
I thought we got on quite well.
Yeah, but I don't need any sort of public actual association with you. I need to keep a sort of reasonable distance for when, the shit hits the fan.
No, I saw that. I've got friends in high places like me and Prince Andrew. We've got the same, the same ring, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure, like same hobbies, if you will.
Yeah,
you're a bit more low rent though, aren't you? You're not quite flying out to a tropical island. You're just like hanging out outside the youth centre.
I wasn't allowed at that island. I just used to go to Butlins instead. And
there you go. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah,
you get the odd stray, don't you?
Yeah, noncing people in a freezing outdoor pool.
That's it. I can see you're a fan.
I wouldn't say a fan.
You're just a bystander, yeah.
Sure, observer we'll go with.
That's probably not. I am going to use that as a quote now. But so, it's nice to have you back, because this is like the third or fourth time I think you've done this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I'm the only person dumb enough to keep coming back.
Yeah, there's you and Tommy Tomsky keeps on coming back. So,
well, what awful company to be in.
I quite enjoy both of your companies. I think you're lovely people. I don't believe a word that I hear about you on the circuit, just so you know.
Oh, thanks, mate. Although it is all true.
Is it? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
never
all
mind.
of it. Yeah. But to be fair, that kitten did give me a really funny look. So.
No, that's it. There's you and Wilfred Zuma.
Yeah. Kurt Zuma. You were halfway between two different players there.
I was, wasn't I? But they're both...
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's move on. So, anyway, we're here today to talk about a special subject, which I understand is very close to your heart, Mongoloids.
Oh, yeah, big fan. As you can see, love coming on podcasts, talking to them.
This is it. I've got mental problems.
I don't doubt.
So what made you want to come on to talk about, retards and that today?
I mean, I didn't know that this was what it was going to be. They're interesting.
I've got. You wanted to talk about vegetables?
Yeah. Not quite that kind. Not the ones that are plugged in.
What do you mean?
Well, like actual vegetables, like fruit and veg and that.
Oh no! Oh, you're not one of them, are you?
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian, mate. Yeah.
Oh, vegetarian? Because there's a war now, isn't there? There's meat eating, there's vegetarianism and veganism.
Yeah, and I feel like vegetarians, we're basically like the Switzerland of the situation. Because we're like, well, we're not eating meat, but we're not kicking off like the vegans are. Like, the vegans kick off with us. Like, we get loads of shit off vegans.
That's what I've noticed,
we still like cheese. We get more grief than meat eaters. It's really annoying. Like, they're like, why don't you be full vegan? Well, I don't know, you seem angry.
I think you get the same sort of flack as the black people that didn't vote for Barack Obama.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite a lateral comparison, but
I don't. Is that because you don't associate with black people? Is that?
No, there's plenty of black vegetarians, loads of them. In fact, probably about the same percentage as white people. Probably.
I like the fact that you
Asian people probably have
personally more out of that. I'm sure there's black people. I don't know any, but I'm sure.
Yeah. And I know many black people. I just can't remember if any of them are vegetarian, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there is that, isn't there? But with that, I take it you've already mentioned that it's not a war, is it? We're exaggerating here, but there is a lot of ironically beef between you and the vegan community.
It is a full war. They've actually occupied a vegetarian cafe in Shoreditch. It's kicking off.
Oh dear, bloody hell.
Yeah. They've just surrounded the cheese and they won't let it go.
You can get vegan cheese nowadays.
Oh, mate, it's fucking bollocks. Have you tried it?
Have you ever tried to melt any?
Oh, mate, it's not melting. It just sort of oozes. It's got a weird too liquidy and too rubbery at the same time. It's like flubber vegan cheese. I pop some on my shoes when I'm playing basketball. But nah, it's like it's when they sort out vegan cheese, I might give being vegan a go. Like that's my limit. Like I can't give up cheese. I just can't do it. It's all I eat.
Well, not only that, to me, it's things like, do you eat eggs, or is that?
Oh,
gone?
yeah. No, I eat everything that... Basically, my rule is, right, I don't want to eat a dead animal. I don't like animals dying, but I don't mind if they have a job, you know? Like, if they've got to go work at, you know, giving their tit milk, that's a job, right? Go do that. Laying an egg, that's a job.
Being whipped in a circus, I mean, that's a job, isn't it?
That is a job, yeah, actually. Yeah, that's true. I love dancing bears. Big fan.
I've not seen that TV show yet, but I'm sure Raymond Holmes is presenting it. But...
Oh, mate, Dancing Bear Grylls. What a show that'd be. Gets lost in the desert and tries to use a Macarena to get out.
I did want to say that this might surprise you, but Mr. Badger is a voracious meat eater.
Sure, I imagine you only eat roadkill.
Yes, yeah, well, I'm not buying anything, you know. It's
sure.
I'm probably not too far off what they serve in McDonald's anyway, so, you know.
Yes. Do you eat anything that you haven't already fucked?
I can't fuck anything anymore. It doesn't work. I can't.
You could fuck yourself with it.
No, look, literally, there's nothing there. It's just like a big boil now with, like, pus comes out the top of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
well,
I was talking we mentioned it before, I was talking to Tommy about it. It's just sort of my balls and my knob have amalgamated into one big wart now.
Oh, well, there you go. You know, you're unique.
I am. A lot of people say I'm unique. Yeah, that's why they don't talk to me anymore. They say I'm a one-off, but one's too many.
Yeah. I would go with that. But yeah, wow. I've not eaten any meat for 2.5 years, I think now. Oh no, I had a bit of chicken accidentally the other week. Actually, I was very annoyed about that.
Accidentally? What? You just fell on one with your mouth open?
No, like I got sent a curry and they fucked it up. I asked for paneer. They sent me chicken. I just had a big mouthful before I realised what was going on.
Is it a case of like you are dead against eating animals now?
I am now, yeah. Like I took a load of drugs and had a big trip, and like I came out the other side of it unable to eat animals.
So literally, it wasn't like you went to a slaughterhouse or something like that. You were just doing narcotics and it fucked you up.
My missus is vegetarian, and she'd been like, you know, gently on at me about it for a long time, and she'd show me some documentaries and that. But I brushed it all off. I was like, bacon's amazing. But then I took acid and went to the Sea Life Centre, and like after that, I've just not been able to eat meat.
How many fucking sharks were you eating before that?
I just really like bonded with this octopus, and like I was just like sort of like communicating mentally with this octopus for quite a while, and he was dead sad. I know I wasn't, but I did also like, you could see how sad he was. He definitely was a sad octopus. That was he was not happy being in there, and it like bummed me out. But then I just sat on the beach in Brighton thinking about it, and I ended up just coming to the conclusion that I couldn't eat meat. I couldn't justify it.
That's fair enough. But as I say, we've already mentioned you'll eat eggs, you'll eat cheese, so you don't mind the use of animals in food production. You can't kill anyone.
That's what I tell myself in order to, you know, make myself able to enjoy milk.
Life in general.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I'm not like a cultured eater, so like it's difficult for me to be like, you know, change my diet because I'm a pleb. So like I need cheese sandwiches and stuff. I just need easy shit that I can just eat that's everywhere. But
I grew up on fish finger sandwiches, you see, but I'm not sure if that counts as veganism because there's no fucking actual animal product in them.
No, I don't gamble on them though. I still don't have them. But yeah, like I don't know. I think I will end up vegan. I just find it's too hard now. I need it to be dead easy.
You're waiting for the price of hair dye to come down a bit.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, when I can get my septum piercing done, then I'll get into it.
Yeah. I was looking on the Facebooks. Are you aware of this Facebooks?
I've been on.
I was looking at it today, and this is a genuine thing. Just before I chatted to you, this post come up. Never heard of her in my life. It's come up as a sponsored post.
Oh yeah.
Tanya. No. She's called the Alchemist Anarchist.
Oh yeah.
And she's the sponsored post.
Sounds like my kind of girl, to be honest.
Trust me, it's not.
Okay.
Her first quote is, "I consciously consume meat because I respect the laws of nature and take my place accordingly. I am not above death, and nobody is.
Wow, she sounds fun.
Exactly. Yeah. So I, as a meat eater, would probably not go as far as. What was her next quote? I am not below the lion, ripping out the zebra's entrails. Well, you'd fucking hope not, wouldn't you?
No, but you should be above the lion mentally. You know, like
we've have evolved.
More. Like, yeah, exactly. Like lions don't have I don't think they have the same capacity for like empathy and understanding the consequences of their actions. And also, a lion can't nip out to the shops and buy a Beyond Burger. It's not the same fucking thing, is it? It's just got to eat whatever it can. Like,
you're not getting a lion, are you? Going like, well, I really should cut down on my carbs this week. It's
yeah. To be honest, I just don't really like Quorn nuggets. They're just not quite.
I tell you what, that's one thing. I have tried Quorn nuggets, and
they're banging, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're banging. This is how I've become vegetarian. There is so many sick fake meats. There's loads that are dead good that are like, you know, they're not as good as actual meat, obviously, but I don't have to feel guilty, and they're dead nice.
There is some proper shit out there as well.
Oh, mate. Meatless Farms mince. I want to warn everyone not to buy Meatless Farms mince. It just becomes a gluey paste. I made a fucking bolognese you could have grouted the tiles with. It was fucking minging. So stay away from that shit. But all Beyond stuff's dead good. Impossible's dead good. Linda McCartney can fuck off now. She's been superseded.
I say I am a meat eater, but I don't mind the odd veggie meal. And what I'm finding is, I don't want a meat replacement. I want vegetables. So I'll just have a veggie burger with made out of beans and peas and that. You know,
see, I'm not into veggie burgers like that. I don't really like them. No, but I will have I'll have veg packed meals still. I'm not like total pleb, but yeah, I'm not really into bean burgers and that. Like, I was at my mate's wedding and it was really depressing. Everyone got this massive mixed grill with all different meats and this tower of different amazing grilled meats. Like, me and my missus got this fucking sad grey veggie burger. It was fucking well depressing. So I don't drink as well. So I'm there with my fucking glass of orange juice while everyone's having champagne and meat. Fucking minging, mate.
Oh, dear. But let's have one last look at Bibatanya.
Oh, yeah.
What else? So and she's also not above maggots crawling through the dirt. I don't know what that's got to do with...
No, I believe her. I believe that she is not above a maggot crawling through the dirt. I think that she is exactly the same as that filth-covered fly spunk.
Oh, dear. Well, talking about filthy things covered in spunk...
sure.
We're about to do the middle section of Mr. Badger's new show. Hang on, I'm going to have to get the... We're doing all this live now, so we'll have to get the proper sound effects. It's this one. Because I don't know if you're aware that season 3, we've got a new quiz element called Badger Mind.
Right.
Yeah, it's a unique idea. I don't think it's been done before.
Sure.
But the problem is I've researched all your questions on that retards and mongs and that because I got the wrong vegetable, haven't I? So
I'm well into this. To be honest, if you've ever seen my podcast, Dead Men Talking, we cover this.
you cover retards and mongs?
Quite often, the people involved in some of our videos must be.
Well, these are famous ones, so you probably got...
Oh, brilliant.
Okay,
cool.
I normally say we're going to do about 30 seconds, but I never time it, so, you know, it's just...
Sure.
When you hear the sound of Alec Baldwin, you'll know your time's up. That's where we're at. So we're going to start off right now. You've got to try and get as many right as you can. I think there's only 5. So the first one, this one was faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, but he couldn't ride a horse.
Christopher Walken.
Oh, close, but no cigar. Next one, he was a cyborg that was around...
Christopher Reeves! He wanted to be Christopher Walken. That's the joke.
I'll give you half a point for that one.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
So the second one was a cyborg that was around for a brief history in time.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Oh, 2 for 2. Well, 1.5 for 2.
1.5.
Third one, he painted beautiful pictures with his left foot, but destroyed them with his drooling mouth.
I don't know.
It was the chap that was my left foot that Daniel Day-Lewis made a film
Oh,
about.
of course it was. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
That's how much research I did. I actually wrote down Daniel Day-Lewis, then remembered that he is not among. Fucking hell.
It's just very convincing. He really gets into the role.
Yeah, let's say that. We'll go for question 4. This one, another painter, a Mexican painter who had polio, spina bifida, and bus crashitis.
I don't know, but that's a hell of a claims form, isn't it?
It was Frida Kahlo.
Oh, Frida Kahlo. Was she that fucked up? I didn't know that.
Proper fucked up, yeah. Proper.
Yeah.
And played by what?
That's why she couldn't shave that eyebrow.
Yeah, that was the disability. She had a unibrow. Fucking hell.
A monobrow, if you will.
Oh dear, fucking hell. Right, so the last, now we're gonna have to be careful on this one because this one is
okay.
There's disabilities and then there's fucking disabilities. So
right.
This one is a horrifically mangled superstar celebrity and victim of a lot of hate speech at the Oscars.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes.
Poor disabled Jada.
She's horrendously physically disabled.
She is. I don't know how she manages to struggle on looking like that. How does she get out of bed in the morning? She must look in the mirror and weep every day.
She gets out of bed because of all the other lads in bed with her just knocking her out.
Probably quite hard for her to get grip on a pillow.
That's it, yeah. All the spunk everywhere. It'd just be like...
Maybe that's how she gets in So Shiny.
Well, I'm pleased to say you got 4.5 out of 5 there. So
hey, we'll take that.
The record before was 3. So
well, there we go.
You're
like
now
I say, specialist subject.
This is it. You love mongs. What can we say?
I do. They're great.
Have you got any of yourself?
Just Freddie, who we're doing my podcast with.
You're very harsh to Freddie on that podcast, I've noticed. To anybody who doesn't know, we will be plugging it later, but well, let's plug it now. What's it called, Rob?
It's called Dead Men Talking with me and Freddie Quinn. And yeah, I'm just dead mean to him. Like, we open every episode by calling him a fat cunt. And it's great. Like, it's proper gone out into the world. Like, we got a message the other day off someone who was like, they were playing Call of Duty on a random server with people they didn't know. And they put at the end of it, Choo Choo Steve, which is a guy like a video of a guy with the best dirty talk of all time. He's like, call me Choo Choo Steve, going at it, right? It's become like a big thing on our pod. So he put celebrating, I'm Choo Choo Steve in the chat. And someone replied, Freddie is a fat cunt.
Oh, dear. Have you managed to track Choo Choo Steve down yet?
We haven't. Like, he's apparently in Carlisle, we've been told. So like we are trying to get hold of him. If anyone knows who Choo Choo Steve is, please do get in touch. We want to get him on the podcast, even though I am a bit scared of him. And
to anybody watching this podcast who has no idea what Choo Choo Steve is, I think he was on your first episode, wasn't? Well, not he wasn't. But...
No, it's one of the first ones. I don't think it was the first one because someone sent it into us. So it's in the first few. I think maybe like 5 or 6 or something. I don't know, to be honest with you.
It's a man who really likes trains.
He's big into him. It's fair to say.
He was into something else at the time.
He really was. In his own words, he's the finger blasting champion who has made her wetter than a spastic's chin, in his words.
I didn't pick up on that until you highlighted that in a future episode.
Yeah, I didn't notice it at the time. There's so much going on in that video that I didn't quite clock it until I'd seen it a few times. I was like, hold on, what did he just say?
Yeah. So to anybody, again, watching or listening to this, if you find this podcast too offensive, probably give it a miss.
Yeah. But if you've made it this far in this episode, you're probably going to enjoy it.
Yeah, you'll probably be all right. But I'll be honest, I don't watch the video side of it. And from what I understand, you're about to start showing the videos that probably even Mr. Badger wouldn't watch.
Well, yeah, we blur them out on YouTube just because we have to, otherwise they'll kick us off. So, like, we've been trying to find a way that we can, like, show people these videos because people send us in the most fucked up shit. Like, it's really, like, some of the worst things I've ever seen. It's amazing. Like, they're very funny, but horrible.
Quick example.
Someone shoving a drill up their dick while they're doing it. that's coming up on next week's Patreon episode. Oh my God, it's brutal. And like, so it's all stuff like this. And like, I find it very funny to show other people these videos and watch them feel sick. So like, that's half the podcast. But we blur them out on the screen. So the way you can get them now is you have to join our Patreon and then join our Discord server. And in the Discord, there is a private room just for patrons where you can see it. Nowhere else would let us put them up. Like we were thinking about, we nearly had to have an OnlyFans.
I take it, so you get on Patreon, they give you a code for the Discord.
And that
just sign up. Lets you go to Epstein's Island. Is that?
Yeah, basically, that's about it. You don't need a code or anything. If you just sign up to Discord with the same email, it's just automatically linked. Patreon's dead smart.
So you can do whatever you want on Discord. There's like no rules.
Well, like Discord isn't quite like that, but because we've got it in a private room that's set to over 18s and you have to be patrons, they sort of look the other way. It's like weed in Amsterdam. It's not technically legal, but they're letting us away with it. So like we might get booted off at some point and we'll have to find something else.
Yeah, well, like you said, OnlyFans. Well, I've noticed Twitter as well. Twitter's got a weird banning policy where you can like shove things up your arsehole, but
you can do
swear.
any pornography is absolutely fine. Like we've tweeted some disgusting things from the account that we've got for dead men, but like if you call someone a cunt, you'll get banned. If you show a cunt, fine.
That's it. Whatever you do, don't be president of the United States of America. Instant ban. No talking about walls and all that shit.
Be interesting to see what happens when Elon Musk fucking buys it.
Oh man. You know, I'm an old badger. I can't deal with all this. This is 100% genuine now. I'm sort of breaking character, but it is genuine. So my proper Facebook profile, I got a 7-day ban because I asked for podcast recommendations.
I think you recommended us in it though, so that'll be what did it.
No, but that's it. All I did was I recommended your name. I didn't recommend anything about it. And then I appealed the ban, so they gave me a 30-day ban for hate speech, which I don't quite get. Wow. And so I had to go onto my fake account, the other account, and I've just got a ban for 24 hours on that because I did a similar thing where I asked if there was any gigs on tonight and ban 24 hours, no appeal.
So weird, isn't it? It's so random. Like TikTok is the worst for being completely random. Like I've had it before where it's like, you know, I've had a video like taken down for like hate speech and I've appealed it and then they've banned me for another reason. It's like, you know, all right.
It's like when you've been pulled over by the police and it's like, they're going to find a reason. Just shut up and accept it. Yeah.
Like, we've had a look and it's actually worse than we first thought. So,
and to be fair, with some of your... It's not a dead men talking TikTok.
No.
Dead men talking TikTok. That'd be...
Jesus fucking Christ. We'd get banned in seconds. Like,
I can't put myself on TikTok, mainly for police reasons, but...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of teens on there. It's not really a place you should be.
There's a lot of things that aren't even teens. Honestly, it's again, breaking character again. It scared me because I tried to sort of break the TikTok market, and until it gets used to your algorithm, you get a lot of videos that probably shouldn't be online at all.
Yeah, I got sent it was just like when it was like trying to work me out. I don't use it at all now. It's not even on my phone, but I got really into it for a while because it's a really easy way to find very mentally ill people on the internet, and which is very funny to me. So like I eventually trained it so it was just weirdos with 3 followers I would get recommended like constantly, and it was amazing. But like it wasn't good for me just looking at that for hours. But then like before that, it sends you some really noncy shit and like wildly like racist shit and stuff. It's like, nah, I just like looking. I like watching mentals, right? I'm not actually like a Nazi. Like,
Fucking hell.
If you are a Nazi paedophile though, TikTok.
What's that?
If you are a Nazi paedophile, TikTok.
Brilliant. I'll see how I get on. Well, I think we've gone mildly off topic. So we found out what turned you off meat, which was bonding with an octopus.
Sure, yeah.
Is there anything you miss about your days when you used to suck on a sausage, you know?
Look, like, you know, meat is fucking delicious. I definitely, you know, if I could eat, like, if you can make like lab-grown meat where it didn't have like animals dying, I'd definitely have that because it's great. It's really delicious. I miss most of all a lamb curry. That's the one thing I would have, I think. That or the chicken shawarma from Palmyra Pizza in Edinburgh. It's the fucking one. Like, that is the thing that would be most likely to break me is one of those shawarmas.
Well, have you seen? They've gone the opposite way in the world of science, where they've genetically engineered meat grapes.
What? What's a meat grape? Isn't that
grape?
bollock?
A grape made out of meat, as in they use the same genetic code to create a physical grape made out of meat.
What is it? Grape flavour or is it meat flavour?
I don't know. I've not tried one. If I'm honest.
Well, if it's grown in a lab, I'll try it. Like, you know, if it's not like it's just the killing that I'm not into. Like, meat's delicious, so I'll have a meat grape.
So, would you eat roadkill?
I mean, like, ethically it's different, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to eat like I don't want to eat the body of something. I don't like that anymore. It just feels weird to me now.
What about the body of Christ?
Yeah, I'm not having that.
So you've never had a wafer?
I've had a wafer, mate, yeah, and I feel tricked. I just wanted a delicious wafer, ended up bummed by Christ.
This is it. I didn't even know he was made out of wafers, to be honest, until they told me.
Yeah, this is it. It's amazing they managed to keep him up with those nails, isn't it? It's think he'd just crumble.
He was giving people water and wine, it'd dissolve, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he never touched it. That's why he walked on the top of the water. He couldn't go in for a swim.
It was just that light. He had flip-flops on, and he was like
Exactly.
a daddy long legs where...
Very buoyant.
Buoyant, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't talk about boys on this podcast or we get
Okay.
banned again. We're going to try and wrap it up now. So,
Sure.
with me as a voracious meat eater, and I am a proud meat eater, yeah, I do enjoy it, but I also understand your need for not wanting to kill and wanting animals to, have a nice life while they're here on this planet.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were a meat eater and you wanted to be better?
Just like I like said, this is the difference between vegans and vegetarians. I'm super I'm really supportive when people are like, "Oh, I've started eating one meal a week that's vegetarian." I think that's awesome. It's a great step. Like just little bits like that. It doesn't need to be this huge fucking big deal. Just like try corn nuggets, try shit. Get the fucking vegan burger at Burger King. It's dead good. The chicken burger from Burger King, especially. Get that. Try shit like that. Just make the little swap. Do it for a meal every now and again. Try stuff. It's all I did until I eventually realised I liked loads of it. Get a vegan sausage roll.
I like Rob Mulholland's advice is eat fast food.
Basically, just swap what you already have. If that's how you eat normally, just do that. If you are someone who eats like healthy food all the time, and great, you'll find it a lot easier. But
I'm seeing why your skin is so pasty.
That's it, man. I eat loads of fucking veg, but I also eat shitloads of trash. So just saying, it doesn't have to be this big like healthy eating kick. You can still be a pleb and just still have nice shit.
Well, even then, I don't think all vegans are militant either. Like a friend
Not
of
all
the
of them.
podcast, Kelly Edgar, she's done a few. We did a cooking show together, and she didn't mind that my vegan burger contained raw mincemeat. So she was fine with it. But,
no, it is true. But like in general, like especially online, the vegans are more mental than the veggies.
I think vegan. It's been a thing, especially in the Indian community, for a long time, hasn't it? But accidental.
Totally.
It's just they didn't realise they were doing it. It's like, this is just our way of life. And for some reason, again, it's white people have come along and made an issue out of it.
You savages! Why aren't you murdering pigs? It's like, it's like how the stereotype for Asian people is they're dirty when they're like way cleaner than us. Like way cleaner. Like, they don't use toilet paper, which is minging. They've got a little pot. They wash themselves properly. Like, Muslim people in particular, I know culturally wash themselves a shitload more than we do. White people are the grossest people on earth. How we have the audacity to have a go at anyone else?
We invented a way to shit that gives us a dirty bumhole just because we couldn't be bothered to crouch.
Yeah, can you imagine if you got a bit of shit on your arm? You wouldn't just wipe it off with a bit of paper and be done, would you?
Well,
well, maybe you.
Yeah, there's been a few late night escapades where I just went, oh fuck it, you'll do.
Yeah, I get it. We've all been there.
Yeah, have we?
All those dirty honkies, anyway. All those dirty honkies.
Anyway, it's been lovely having you on the podcast, Rob.
Pleasure, mate.
Yeah, I again, before you go, let's plug. Have you got anything else?
Yeah, I'm also on Damn Daniel podcast, which is like a more like chilled out hangout that isn't quite as gross with Danny McLaughlin and Molly. Damn Daniel. Like, damn Daniel.
Oh, not like fill him up with sticks.
Well, I think it's spelt the same way, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
Is it not? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Isn't dam, doesn't it have an N on the end?
Yeah, it does. Does the river dam not? I don't know.
No.
Okay, well, there you go. It is spelt differently. So it's the one where you're like, oh, damn, not I'm going to dam a river. And check me out on YouTube as well. I've got comedy specials and all that shit. So just Google my name. There's loads of stuff.
Yeah, there's not many Rob Mulhollands, are there?
Well, there is a Scottish sculpture artist who is a bit more famous than me, so ignore that stuff.
I can't really imagine there's a crossover.
I don't know if we've got a lot of the same fan base.
No.
He's a lot more cultured than me. There's a lot of beautiful public artworks. Check him out. They're dead nice, but he's not me.
That bloke with a fucked up right foot. His left foot was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Anyway, Rob, so we've got Dan Daniel, we've got Rob Mulholland, yourself, and we've got, what was it called? Dead Men Talking.
That's the one.
Yeah, so for all of my 7 listeners, go and follow that.
I'm going to go have a little look now at the stats and watch them fly up.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. Right, anyway, say goodbye to the boys and girls, Rob.
Bye, boys and girls, and non-binaries.
And let's just watch out for Alec Baldwin.
Well, that was a good episode, wasn't it? Do check out Dead Men Talking with Rob Mulholland and Freddie Quinn. The Patreon's worth it as well. But talking of paying for things, Mr. Badger Talks to Scum is coming to you live in Redditch at the Fat Theo Comedy Club. You can get the tickets via Joke Pit. It's on September the 24th at 7:30, and it's only a £5 for some of the most disgusting filth you've ever heard. Goodbye, everybody.